How can we discern when we have an experience we judge as bad, whether it's a consequence of 1, some long-forgotten transgression, or 2, some current pattern of erroneous behavior? If it's from erroneous behavior, it seems we can choose a new direction, so it would be important to know the difference.
Good and bad are created by our own mind. There is no good and bad in the spiritual soul of a human being. The division of experience into good and bad takes place in the mind, and it works in the mind. It is the basis of the law of karma. The karma is created also in the mind. There is no karma on the soul. The mind creates karma. Mind divides events into good and bad. Mind creates a portion of its own self called the conscience. And the conscience keeps on telling us this is good, this is bad. The conscience is affected mostly by the social conditions around us, the environment created by karma, of people around us, society around us, their value systems. They all affect our conscience. And we begin to believe this is good, this is bad. And once the belief system sets in, then what we say is bad inside our head becomes bad, and we are punished for it. What we believe is good, we are rewarded for it. System goes on. It's so perfect, this system, that since we are always dealing with something good or bad, we never escape from it. We're either being rewarded or we are being punished, and we stay in this level, physical level of birth and rebirth again and again. This karma is a very strange stranglehold upon us, because by dividing our own actions and our own intentions into good and bad, it keeps us here forever. So therefore, this good and bad will last here, and it is our own conscience that has determined what is good, what is bad. A good thing can be rewarded in this life, or can be rewarded in the next life, or maybe 100 lives later. It is held in storage. It's held in a reserve called the Sinchit karma, which means a stored karma from where it can be picked up and brought into a physical life at any time. So we have collected a lot of good and bad stuff, and a new life can be formed out of that collection anytime. And that is how we are trapped here. So therefore, if you say that you have done something bad, now let me atone for it and do something good to overcome the bad, you'll still be punished for the bad and be rewarded for the good. It doesn't cancel each other. So the trap is very terrible, trap that you cannot even correct your good and bad karma one with the other, because both are independently being punished and rewarded by the system itself. So that is why it's a trap in which you cannot atone for it. But if you meditate, by meditation at a point where you are able to think of love and devotion at the higher level where there is no karma, that itself cuts into the karma. If you are initiated by a perfect living master, he at that time, in order to help you to escape from this law of karma, he burns, destroys the entire Sinchit karma at that very moment of initiation. So none of these old karmas from 100 years old and 1000 years old, which can be otherwise used to make up a new life, can ever be used. The only new life that can ever be created after initiation is from the karma of this life, and not of any other previous life. So that is why the next life is always better, always more conducive to meditation, always more conducive to going back home. So perfect living master's initiation is a very powerful thing on destroying this basis for good and bad. That is because of the power of karma to create all this. Meditation can help you in this. Another part of meditation can help you to mitigate karma, and that is how you look at life. When you are able to watch this as a show, your karma is cut down. The impact of events is cut down on you. And you are amused where otherwise you are crying. You are amused where otherwise you are regretting. So many other changes take place through meditation, when you are able to see that this is a created universe for the sake of an experience of good and bad. It's not really your true home. And your true home is from where you came to see this show. So that is why meditation is one of the good ways in order to be able to cut down or mitigate the effect of karma. And initiation is, of course, the best way to cut a very big chunk of it.